Hey guys, Garrett197 again, and welcome back for the final and third part of the Gundam Breaker Starter Pack Limited Edition review. So, since this is of course a giant pack you have to buy as a whole, I can't just talk about the models in this final conclusion video, but we're going to start off with the models, and well, as nice as they are, I really don't think that these two guys are an absolute, well, are the selling point of this starter pack. Because, of course, you gotta look at it as it is. The only really special thing that you're getting with these two is this little sticker sheet with 4 stickers saying Gundam Breaker, 2 white ones and 2 black ones. Because these are, of course, identical to the original releases with just different colors. So if you're interested in only the models, well, the best advice I can give you is grab a can of spray paint or other paints and buy the original ones and paint them up. Seriously, they're identical, you're not getting anything extra. The RX-72 is a really cool model though, I also really like the color, but then we have of course the Zaku 2, which is just the old, well, it's the old mold. What would have made this a selling point is if they had given us an upgraded Zaku 2 mold that you could only get with this set. Like all of these parts, but then they could have just given us extra legs and a backpack to make the normal Zaku. That would have made it a selling point. But as it is now, well, they're a nice bonus. Let's put it like that. That's really all these models are. They're a nifty little bonus. Then the real main selling point of this set, this PS Vita. And I gotta say, the PS Vita itself feels really great. I've played on it quite a bit now, and I gotta say the controls feel really well. Joysticks are a hell of a lot better than on the PSP. The buttons have really nice clicky feelings, shoulder buttons, absolutely no problem at all. And also, a really stupid thing I absolutely love is volume control on top. You don't have to go with your thumbs down there, you can just keep your thumbs there and control the volume without moving too much. Really stupid praise to give it, but it's really, really good. The one bad thing I have to say is the back, as you can see here, this is a portable device, so at one point in time it's going to end up in a pocket in your trousers, but apparently it's not all that color resistant. It seems to have absorbed some of the dye used in my trousers. Either that or the carrying bag used to carry it in, and I really hope that's not the case. But really, this shouldn't be happening with a portable device. Why not just use the same kind of plastic you use on the front, or use another material that's a little bit more color resistant? Because, yeah, it's white. So I'm really afraid that in a couple of years, it's going to be white. It's going to be a black and white. Yeah, that's really the only bad thing I have to say about this PS Vita. And of course, it's really nice to have the little Gundams here on the background. So overall, the PS Vita is definitely, this should really be the reason why you want to buy the Gundam Breaker starter pack. You get a limited edition Gundam PS Vita. And that is also the reason why I got it. And then the final thing we're getting with this set is of course the game. And well, I have mixed feelings about the game. On one hand, it's a really awesome game, but on the other hand, it's absolutely not what I was expecting. Starting off with the awesome part is, it's by far, by a landslide, it has the best customization ever. It's just perfect. I can't say anything bad about the customization. It's simply mind-blowing. You can modify the color, you can modify the way it looks, you can make him look more dirty, you get like airbrush finishes and all little thingamajigs you can do. The only thing they could have made better is if you could put custom decals on them, but that's really nitpicking about an awesome awesome customization feature. The one thing that's a mixed bag is the combat. In a way, it's really good, but the two major things I have a problem with is one, boosting. It feels really clunky when compared to the rest of the game. It wouldn't have bothered me that much if it was more of a mech simulation game, like let's say a game about the 8 MS team. In that case, the boosting would have been good, but here it's a fast-paced combat game. You gotta fight against a horde of enemies, and if your boost lags, that's not a fun way to play. Problem number 2 is you can't walk and shoot. What the fuck? That's really a problem, and it's absolutely not good at all. Then what I find also a little bit disappointing about the game is you're essentially just... It's kind of like Gundam Dynasty Wars in that sense. You're fighting against a shitload of enemies, and you don't really fight one-on-one, which is something I was hoping for. So yeah, that's a little bit of a disappointment, especially when we look at the Gundam Build Fighters anime right now. I was expecting more something like that, or that you have to fight through hordes of enemies to collect your Gunpla, and then you can face off against... You can do a 1 versus 1 online. But no, online is just co-op. You and 3 strangers or friends can go fight against other hordes of enemies. If I put my time and effort into customizing my best Gunpla, I want to fight against someone, not with someone. So yeah, the game is a bit give and take, but overall, even though I have criticized it quite a bit now, it's a good game. It's not a great game, it's not a perfect game by a long shot, it's just a nice, solid, good packing game. So, overall, do you want to buy this set? Because they are still available. And oh yeah, one thing I forgot about the game is you also get a bit of DLC. But be warned, if you have a European, American, or any non-Japanese PlayStation account, you can't download it. So tough luck there. So anyways, do you want to buy this? Because of course, it does carry a quite hefty price tag of 27,000 yen. And it's a pretty sizable box, so you will have to pay shipping, and not to mention you're importing an already quite expensive electronic device, so depending on where you live, customs might go crazy on your ass. So be warned. And yet another warning, if you live in Europe, don't think this slot looks familiar and the plug I get with this thing doesn't work. So I'm going to grab the charger of my phone, my mobile phone or smartphone, and I'm going to plug it in. This thing works at 220 volts. This thing only runs at 100 or 110 volts. If you plug this in, this thing is going to explode. And that is going to be a very expensive explosion for a device that cost you 27,000 yen. So for the love of God, get a converter plug. Then, well, the real moral of the story is you have to like everything in this set. If you think that the models are a bit well, then you might just want to buy a normal PS Vita. If you think that, well, those models are awesome, but I already have a PS Vita, then once again, you might want to reconsider, because seriously, you're not going to pay 27,000 yen for 2 models that are essentially commercially available, just in slightly different colors. Like I said, the limited edition models aren't all that spectacular, to be honest. Then, if you don't like the game, once again, well, you might want to look somewhere else. But, on the contrary, if you like everything included here, if you think, man, Gundam Breaker looks awesome, or if it looks good, if you think, I really want that limited edition Gundam PS Vita, and if you like these models, then yes, this is absolutely 100% the set for you. If you want a PS Vita, you're a big Gundam fan, you like the models, you like the game, look no further, and it's time to grab a PS Vita. And if you live in Europe, it's also time, whoops, to grab a power converter. Seriously, don't blow this fucking thing up. It's too expensive for that. And seriously, don't even try hooking it up. Don't think about it. It's going to be an expensive explosion. Believe me. So, that's all for this review. And for the first time, I think I've reviewed an electronics device. And see you guys next time. Game on.